Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland on a 25-degree day on Seattle's east side, taking a look at the very first Infiniti QX60 Hybrid to drop in the Pacific Northwest. Just dropped this morning, and so we're getting our first look at it just as you are getting your first look at it. Let's come take a look around. It looks no different than the former JX35 and the current QX60 V6, except that it does make mention of the hybrid on the fenders. Now, a lot of times you'll see that they put almost garish green effects all over the car to let the whole world know that you've got a hybrid car. With a blow dryer, you could just take this right off. I like it though. The hybrid looks cool and lets the world know that you've got something a little different than what everybody else has. Now, our hybrids currently, if you're looking at like the Q50 or the M37 hybrid, they use a 6-cylinder engine matched with our lithium-ion powered battery pack. This uses a 4-cylinder. This uses our Nissan 2.5-liter engine, and then it's supercharged. So that engine and supercharger puts out 230 horsepower, and then the lithium-ion pack that charges the hybrid component puts out another 20. So not a lot of power out of the hybrid part of the deal, which is actually a good thing because the performance on this car is almost identical to its V6 counterpart, but it enjoys really high gas mileage. Inside, well, this looks just like every other JX35 and QX60, which isn't a bad thing, although it does have some other differentiations on as far as it tells you where the power is being put, if it's hybrid or if it's gas, but the gauges themselves look just like they do on our other QX60s. Same technology layout. This one has navigation, 360-degree around view camera and such. Now this car rides on a 114.2-inch wheelbase, so it's a good size. I mean, that's a pretty long wheelbase, but it's still under 200 inches total length. So although it does have strong room even in the back seat, I've got the front seat all the way back. And in the middle row seat, I'm actually quite at home. In fact, there's just as much room in the third row seat. That's one of the real things that make the QX60 and JX35 really stand out, is that the third row seat is actually very, very spacious. Let's take a look in the back. Again, no badging or anything like that. That would give away that it's a hybrid. It does have a power tailgate. And then if we look here, the third row seat, all you have to do is if you pull this, the headrest comes forward and the seat folds down flat. So if I take out these Q60 floor mats, you can see it's actually fairly spacious. It has 16 cubic feet of room with the third row seat up, so that's okay. It's not huge. It has a little bit more storage beneath the floorboard there. But with one seat folded down, it's actually pretty accommodating. With both seats folded down, it's downright spacious. And then simply the seat comes right back up. If we take a look on the passenger side, the seats, Infiniti has that neat way that they do their seats. On the middle row, you just push the one button and it's pretty simple. And here I am comfortably in back. In fact, there's really a lot of room for an adult to stretch out. Easy in, easy out. There you go. This one also has the theater package, so that's dual monitors in the headrest. It also has climate control for the rear. It's digital climate control that you can set up, and then of course all your hookups for if you want to use different audio or video technology. Let's take a look inside. Great 8-inch touchscreen navigation. If I put it in reverse, I have 360-degree panoramic view. And so they call that bird's eye view with Infiniti, but it's a great thing, is that most cars with rear view cameras, I can see what's behind the car, but with this, I see a 360-degree arc all the way around. So if a skateboard is underneath my front right wheel, I'd have no way of knowing that in a conventional car. With the QX60, you really do see everything. Now, this has a 2.5-liter supercharged motor. It's an Atkinson cycle kind of engine, so that means it has a shorter compression stroke, a longer power stroke. Technically, the Atkinson type of motor, it's a 100-year-old concept, has a different kind of crankshaft to achieve that. The newer engines, they just keep the valves open for different periods of time and give it the same effect. The
Sometimes you lose some power though with that technology. Adding a supercharger to the motor ramps that power right back up. And so again, this has 230 horsepower, just the engine and supercharger alone. Add to that the 20 that comes from the hybrid component, 250. So very, very close to what our full gas motor puts out. But again, huge bump in fuel economy, 24% improvement in fuel economy. You can very realistically average 28 miles per gallon in this car, combined driving. It has about a 20-gallon fuel tank, just under that, and it will do about 550 miles on one tank of gas. So for somebody like me who doesn't like to stop for gas a lot, that one feature is actually a big selling point for me. I've heard a lot of people talk about the supercharger itself. I mean, you're listening to the car run as we do this video, but a lot of people say the supercharger itself is loud. Give it some gas. Even outside with the doors open and everything else, you don't really hear anything distinctive from any other engine in the world. The dual clutch, I was concerned about the way that the hybrid component connects to the gas engine, and the reason is that sometimes these hybrids can be a bit unsettling as they kind of go from one power technology to the other, and you can kind of feel that abrupt shakiness as the car doesn't know exactly where it wants to be. Does it want to be in hybrid or does it want to be in gas? This isn't like that at all. In fact, it's super smooth. If I just jumped in this car and I didn't see that it was a hybrid, I would literally have no idea there was anything different about this car. I just took it up a windy hill. It drives exactly like the 3.5 liter 6-cylinder does. There's no difference of any kind. There is no, I think sometimes that when we know something is different, we try and listen in and see if we can hear with our own ear or something. But just driving this car, I can assure you, it really drives exactly the same as every other QX60. The only difference is that you're just getting that fantastic gas mileage. This is the very first one that is dropped here in the Pacific Northwest. So again, we're learning just as much as you're learning about it. But if you'd like to learn more, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My name is Tunney. I'm the sales manager here at Infiniti of Kirkland. You can call me on my cell phone anytime at 425-894-8230, or just drop me an email at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.